Hello students and namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and our today's topic is from your social science standard 8th semester 2 textbook chapter number 1 socio-religious reforms. So first of all, socio means related to the society, religious we all know, and reforms means to bring change, right? Reforms means to bring change, okay, in the existing system. So uh, we'll start with the reading of the first paragraph and we'll try to understand the chapter. And as we all know that in the early ancient time, right, in our society, right before the Britishers they arrived, there were so many evil customs prevailing in the society. People were very orthodox, they were rigid, right? They were not ready to change themselves, not ready to accept the change. And customs like sati pratha, then the female infanticide, that is the Dut Piti system, then not allowing widows to get married again, that is widow remarriage system, was not prevalent, right? So this all were the evil systems going on in the society, okay? So how the changes came and who brought the change, right, is very important to learn. So we'll start with our explanation and the chapter. In the 19th century, Indian society was infested with various social evils like superstition, illiteracy, ignorance, evil social customs, caste system, etc. So infested means what, right? To infested means to be present in large number, okay? So that to cause danger or damage to the society. So the evils like superstition, that is andhavishwas, okay? Illiteracy, that means people were not literate. People did not study much. Ignorance, so as they were illiterate, they were ignorant, they did not know what is right, what is wrong, okay? Evil social customs, that I have already informed you. Caste system, yes, one of the major reason of the evils prevalent in the society was caste system. Our society was divided into four caste, right? And due to that there was a lot of discrimination among the people, difference, right? The upper caste people, they consider themselves as the most superior people, and the lower caste people, they were exploited very badly. The condition of woman was worst in this narrow-minded society, right? uh, the person or the people who suffered the most were the women of the society, right? Because starting from the Dudh Piti, the male child was welcomed in the society, right? But the females uh, were not like, means the people did not like to give birth to the females, right? So, at the time of the birth of the female child, it was drowned in the milk, okay, which was known as Dudh Piti system. And in English, we say it as female infanticide, okay. So, various evil customs were widespread in our society, like the custom of Dudh Piti, female infanticide, by immersing, immersing means drowning, a newborn girl child into a container full of milk. Sati system means burning of a woman on her husband's funeral pyre. Pyre means chita, right? If a husband dies, then even the wife will die away with the husband itself on her husband's pyre. That is, by sitting on the chita of the husband, she will also be burnt alive. Okay, so that was sati system. Denial of widow remarriage. Now, in olden days, if we know that the women's they were married at a very early age, even during the childhood also, right? Child marriage was also a evil system prevalent in the society. So, at that time, the system was like, if uh, at the very early age when the girl was a child itself, due to any reason, if her husband died, then for the whole life she was supposed to live in a single room, which was a dark room. She was supposed to wear white colored cloth only. She was not supposed to do any kind of shingar, right? She was not supposed to enjoy or celebrate any kind of festivals, so which was actually a very wrong thing, right? For a whole life, if just because the husband has died, the lady or the women had to suffer a lot, right? And she was even not allowed to remarry. So that was also a evil which was prevalent at that time. Due to the western education, a new awakening means renaissance. Renaissance means new birth. It is a French word which means new birth, began in the 19th century to remove the evil customs from the society, right? The people of India, they started getting literate. They started getting English education. They started referring to the books of the foreign countries. They got more and more educated, more and more knowledgeable, and they understood that whatever is prevalent, whatever means whatever wrong things were prevalent in the society, they understood that it is absolutely wrong, and this has to be removed from the society. Okay, so yes, intensive efforts were made to bring in social and religious reforms. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the first among such reformers. Right, so the first person who tried to bring change in the society was Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Now, who was Raja Ram Mohan Roy? We'll try to understand. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was born in the year 1772 century in the Hooghly district of Bengal in Radhanagar village in a Brahmin family. Okay. Raja Ram Mohan Roy got married in his early childhood. His brother's wife became Sati on her husband's death. Okay, so his brother's wife, she became Sati on her husband's death. That means Raja Ram Mohan Roy's brother might have died, and after that, her wife also became Sati. So this incident shook Raja Ram Mohan Roy deeply. That means he was so much affected by this incident, right? That means he initiated, that means that this was the reason why he started, initiated means he started many reforms and protested strongly against the evil customs such as the child marriage, casteism system, doodh piti, etc. Okay, he started the Bengali newspaper, namely Samvad Kaumudi, in the year 1821 century, and also Mirat ul Akbar in Persian in the year 1822. Okay, so later on, Brahmo Samaj was established in the year 1828 century by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Okay, and he also established the Hindu college in Kolkata. So we can just see how many changes and development he brought for the society, right? He recommended many changes to the British government, like the independence of the press, freedom of speech, women's rights, personal liberty. Liberty means also freedom. Judiciary independent. That means the judiciary body should be totally independent. Okay, then only impartial justice can be given. Raja Ram Mohan Roy started a movement to abolish the sati system. As a result, the British Governor General of Bengal, his name was Lord William Bentinck, passed a law to abolish the sati system. Okay, so with due to his efforts only, the sati system was abolished or removed from the society. So it can be said that Raja Ram Mohan Roy laid the foundation of the Indian Renaissance. Renaissance, as I said, its meaning is new birth or new awakening of the society with regards to initiating social, religious, and political reforms. The Emperor of Delhi sent Raja Ram Mohan Roy to England in the year 1830 century in regards to his case of right to property. That means there was some problem, and to get knowledge about his case, the Emperor of Delhi sent Raja Ram Mohan Roy to England for further studies. Okay, Raja Ram Mohan Roy died in Bristol. So Bristol is a city and a country uh, in the southeast of England. Okay, sorry, it is southwest of England. Fine. So he died over there, and Brahmo Samaj played a vital role. Vital role means very important role in reforming the contemporary Hindu Samaj society. Reforming means bringing change in the contemporary. Contemporary means prevalent at that time. Okay. Brahmo Samaj tried to abolish the rigid means inflexible, okay, and superstitious religious beliefs prevalent then. That means the superstitions, that means the Andhvishwas, which was prevalent, that means which was going on in the society at that time. Okay. Next is Dayanand Saraswati. Dayanand Saraswati was born in a Brahmin family in Tankara village near Morbi in Saurashtra. In his early childhood, he realized that the ideal means murti, worshipping means to pray, ideal worshipping and the religious rituals were worthless. Worthless means uh, bikar, useless. He renounced his family and the world in search of truth. Renounce means to give away, right? To give away the worldly pleasures is known as renounced. He traveled across India for the next 15 years and also studied yoga. Okay, the picture of Dayanand Saraswati is given. He became a sannyasi, that is, an ascetic person, and studied the philosophy of Hinduism from Swami Virajnand, okay, Virajnand Dandesha in Mathura. Swami Dayanand Saraswati made an attempt to achieve national unity by advocating a classless and casteless society. So it is a very important thing. As I said in the beginning of the chapter, that at that time the society was badly divided into four different castes, and due to which there was a discrimination given going on in the society. So Swami Dayanand Saraswati, he tried to remove the casteism system. He said, or he believed, that each and everyone is same. All the human beings born in this world are same. He acquired a deep insight means deep knowledge into the Indian culture and religion through the Vedas. He preached to the people to go back to the Vedas. Preached means to pursue the people or to make them believe, right? To go back to Vedas. That means he uh, preached means prachar prasar karna, right? So he preached people to go back to the Vedas. He wrote a book entitled, that means named, Satyarath Prakash. Okay, so the name of the book was Satyarath Prakash. He made people aware that in the Vedas there is no mention about the evil customs such as ideal worship, rituals, child marriage, sati pratha, untouchability, etc. Right, so all these were the evil customs going on in the society, prevalent in the society, and he wanted to make people aware that nothing as such is mentioned in the Vedas, and therefore it is absolutely wrong. We should not follow that or advocate that. Okay, he advocated monotheism. Monotheism means what? That there is only one God. Okay, so through this he wanted to bring the people of all the castes, all the religion together, right? He preached in Hindi, and as a result his thoughts reached the maximum number of people in the country. And Dayanand Saraswati established Arya Samaj. Brahmo Samaj by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and Arya Samaj was established by Dayanand Saraswati. Okay, and the branches of which were established in Lahore, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Gujarat, and it is active till date also. Okay, consequently, social changes occurred rapidly. Arya Samaj started a movement to reconvert those people to Hinduism who had changed their religion out of force or choice and were willing to return to their original faith. Right, so at that time also, before the Britishers, the Mughal rulers had come who converted the people from Hindus or Hinduism to Islamic religion. Right, so some people were forcibly converted and some people did not have any kind of choice, and they were forced to choose that religion. Right, so now again they were trying to reconvert those people to Hinduism. Okay, and after the death of Swami Dayanand Saraswati, the activity of this organization, that is the Arya Samaj, were continued by leaders like Lala Hansraj, Pandit Gurudutt, and Lala Lajpat Rai. In the year 1902 century, Kangdi Gurukul was established near Haridwar by Swami Shraddhanand. Okay, Arya Kanya Mahavidyalay was started in Vadodara, Gujarat, where the education focused on inculcating discipline, dignity of labor, that is respect of labor, tolerance, that means to accept the people of all religion equal, patience, and moral values. Right, so all these things were focused in the uh, university or the college established by Arya Samaj. Okay. Next is Ramakrishna Paramhans. Ramakrishna Paramhans was the torch bearer of the Indian culture. Now, torch bearer means what? So, torch bearer means the leader or a person who inspires other, right? So, that person is known as torch bearer. So, he was considered as the torch bearer of the Indian culture. He was also a reformer and saint who had sought the truth through all the religions. Okay, he was born in Kamarpukur village of Hooghly district in Bengal. He took interest in the religious activities from his childhood. He became a priest. Priest means pujari. In the Kali temple of Dakshineshwar near Kolkata, many people were attracted toward him due to his preaching on purity of character. Character means nature, okay, the behavior, and deep knowledge. So many people got attracted towards him. He tried to attain God in various forms. Many religious reformers like Keshav Chandra Sen, Dayanand Saraswati, and others had obtained guidance from him. Right, those influenced by the Western culture redeveloped their faith in culture and religion of India because of the preachings of Ramakrishna Paramhans. So it is a very great thing, right? Many people had got attracted towards the Western culture. Again, they got redeveloped their faith in our own culture, that is the Indian culture. Next is Swami Vivekanand. A Bengali graduate named Narendra Nath Dutt came into contact with Ramakrishna Paramhans, who reciprocated his quest for knowledge. So, reciprocate means returned. Okay, his quest means a long search for something that is difficult to find. So he was in search of someone who could guide him, right? So he reciprocated his quest for knowledge, and Narendra became a disciple. Disciple means student of Ramakrishna, and become an ascetic, that is sannyasi. Okay, who did not enjoy any kind of worldly pleasures or physical life pleasures, later acquiring the name Swami Vivekananda. He did an intensive study of the Indian and Western philosophy. Intensive means in depth, okay, detailed. Swami Vivekananda advised people to serve the poor. Serve means to help the poor people and look for God in the needy people. Okay, so he said that serving to poor is serving to God. Okay, and he imbibed pride for our rich cultural heritage and a faith in bright future in the Indian youngsters. So imbibed means he took the pride. Okay, because of him, you might have heard about the incident of Chicago, and because of that our Indian culture was accepted world over, and it got a lot of respect. Okay, and many youngsters of the youth of India, they are inspired by Swami Vivekananda. He attended the Parliament of the Religions in Chicago in the United States in the year 1893 century. With his influential speech, he provided understanding about the Indian philosophy and culture. Right, so if you get a chance, you can go to the YouTube and you can search the speech. It was so inspirational that all the people of the all the countries who had gathered over there, just with his introduction, he just said my brothers and sisters. So it was for the very first time that someone from other country who had come over there and who addressed the people as brothers and sisters. He just spoke this much and all the people stood and they started applauding. Okay, so if you get a chance to watch, please go through that video of Swami Vivekananda. Right, it was very influential, okay, and inspiring. He provided understanding about the Indian philosophy and culture. He propagated the Indian culture by touring various countries like the United States, Europe, Egypt, China, Japan, etc. He was an ardent supporter of the Indian culture and a devout nationalist. So, ardent means showing strong feelings, and devout means religious. He was a very religious person. He gave the legendary slogan to the Indians: Arise, awake, and stop, not still the goal is achieved. Right? So, very, very inspiring thought. Okay, and we all should try to follow it. Swami Vivekananda established the Ramakrishna Mission in Kolkata in the year 1897 century in the name of his guru. Right? Who was his guru? Ramakrishna Paramans. So in the name of his guru, he started a mission. Its headquarters was at Belur, and this mission adopted the ideals of service to mankind through various works. So that means they tried to help the people in different works. This mission followed the slogan service to man is service to God. So this I've already told you. By gaining motivation from the life of Ramakrishna Paramans, this mission opened schools across the nation for imparting education. Hospitals were run by the mission to help the people in need. Even today, the branches of the mission are functional in India and abroad. So, again, a very good thing to know. Okay, and further, it is Reformation movement in the Muslim community. So, I'll do one thing. I'll end my explanation over here, and the remaining part of the chapter from here, that is the Reformation movements in the Muslim community, I'll continue in the next lecture. That will be second part. Okay. So I'll end my lecture over here, and I thank you everyone for watching my video.